A voicemail is supposed to be temporary, a missed call, a message you delete, but in some cases, it becomes the lost trace of someone ever heard again. These are disappearance cases with voicemails and phone evidence that still haunt investigators. Brandon Swanson, Minnesota, 2008. 19-year-old Brandon Swanson was driving home after a party when his car went into a ditch. He called his parents for help. They stayed on the phone with him for nearly 47 minutes as he walked through the dark, trying to find his location. You can almost reconstruct it from their testimony. The calm at first, then the confusion. At one point, Brandon said he could see lights in the distance. He told his father he was stepping over a fence. Then suddenly he shouted one word, and the line went dead. No crash sound, no scream, just silence. Search teams later discovered he had likely fallen into the Yellow Medicine River, but his body was never recovered. That final moment, preserved only in memory, is one of the most chilling near-voicemail disappearances ever recorded. Bryce Laspisa, California, 2013. 19-year-old Bryce began behaving strangely during a road trip home from college. He made repeated phone calls to his mother. His tone was off, detached. Over and over. Hours later, his car was found crashed near Castaic Lake. Blood on the headrest, window shattered. But Bryce was gone. No voicemail saying goodbye, no clear explanation. Just earlier phone calls that now feel like warnings in hindsight. The unsettling part, investigators believe he may have been sitting in his car for hours before the crash, phone active, communicating normally, while something internally was unraveling. Maura Murray, New Hampshire, 2004. After crashing her car on a rural road, Maura Murray vanished. Days later, her boyfriend received a voicemail. The recording was mostly static, muffled breathing, unclear background noise. Authorities traced it to a prepaid calling card. The call couldn't be definitively linked to Maura, but it was never explained. Was it a pocket dial, a misdial, or something more deliberate? The voicemail remains one of the strangest elements of her case, a ghost recording with no confirmed origin. Chris Kremers and Lisanne Froon, Panama, 2014. Two Dutch students hiking in Panama disappeared during what was supposed to be a short trail walk. Their phones were later recovered. Inside them was a timeline, multiple emergency calls to 112 and 911, attempts spaced across days, brief connections, missed signals, and then eventually silence. No voicemails left behind, no explanations recorded, just unanswered calls, digital footprints of mounting desperation. The pattern of attempts suggests they were alive for days after disappearing, alone, in darkness, trying to reach someone. The absence of a voicemail may be what makes it worse, because it means the final message was never delivered. Tara Calico, New Mexico, 1988. Though not a voicemail case in the traditional sense, her disappearance is forever linked to a single disturbing image. Years after she vanished during a bike ride, a Polaroid photo surfaced in Florida. It showed a young woman and a child bound with duct tape in the back of a van. Next to them was a paperback copy of a novel Tara was known to be reading. The photo became the closest thing to a message from the missing. Authorities have never confirmed whether it was her, but for her family, that image felt like a transmission from somewhere unknown, a silent message frozen in time. Voicemails and phone evidence change disappearance cases in a unique way. They don't just mark the last location, they preserve the last emotion, the final tone, the last breath. Unlike physical evidence, audio feels immediate, intimate. It makes you feel present in the moment someone realized something was wrong. And sometimes, that final call is the only thing left. A voicemail sitting in an inbox, a disconnected line, a static-filled recording no one can fully explain. In disappearance cases, we often search for bodies, for suspects, for timelines. But sometimes the most haunting evidence is a voice, cut off mid-sentence, never completed, and still waiting to be understood.